A whale follows a man, and then his gut tells him to jump into the water. Indonesia is one of the most breathtaking places on Earth, boasting beautiful locations, rich culture, and history. However, its stunning landscapes and waters can also be dangerous due to the abundant wildlife. Indonesia, a vast archipelago with over 18,000 islands, offers incredible biodiversity both on land and underwater, ranking as the third most biodiverse country globally. Known for its clear waters and stunning beaches, Indonesia is a top destination for tourists seeking unique experiences. But there's something else about Indonesia that might surprise you. Due to its amazing waters, incredible biodiversity, and rich marine life, Indonesia has become one of the most popular diving locations in the world, attracting people from all over to experience it. Millions of tourists come to Indonesia to take advantage of the unique diving opportunities offered by the many islands. Julian Dungio, the subject of our story, was one such tourist. Hoping to experience something unique, he got more than he ever anticipated. Each year, thousands of tourists visit some of the most remote and isolated islands, mainly to experience the unique diving trips these places offer. Tourists usually enjoy their time, but even though so many people visit year after year, and many fishing and boat crews are eager to take them out, it can still be dangerous. This is because the waters are home to many deadly marine animals. Julian Dungio is a skilled and experienced diver who discovered his passion for diving as a teenager. After finishing school, Julian decided to make diving his lifelong career. He moved to the mountainous region known as Gorontalo, famous for its breathtaking landscapes and crystal-clear waters filled with marine life. The two most popular diving spots in Gorontalo are Serend Island and the Alil Marine Park, attracting hundreds, if not thousands of tourists every year. Julian quickly found his dream job, leading tourists on diving trips and showing them the stunning coral and wildlife in Gorontalo's waters. Because of his experience, not much surprises him anymore. One common sight off the shores of Gorontalo is whales swimming close to the islands, often even appearing on the beaches, including the busiest ones. Diving near these beaches can offer incredible experiences, like seeing whales in their natural habitats. However, on the day in question, Julian decided to do something different. Instead of his usual diving tour, he joined a fishing expedition. The local fishermen catch a variety of fish in their large nets, which they later sell at the local market. During this fishing trip, Julian encountered something completely unexpected. As usual, Julian was getting ready to take the tourists on the boat to experience the wild sea they were about to enter. However, he was not prepared for what they were about to experience. When he noticed something moving under the water, Julian got excited, though he hadn't yet realized exactly what he had seen. What Julian was about to discover was something he had never expected or prepared for. The strange thing was that the animal moving underwater appeared to stay in one place. Julian, being an experienced diver who isn't afraid of going under the ocean's waves, became very curious about the animal that had attracted everyone's attention. Curiosity got the best of Julian, and he decided to check out what type of animal was causing so much commotion. Without giving it a second thought, the diver jumped into the water in hopes of finding out what was going on with the animal. The tourists were stunned by what was under the boat. Before Julian jumped in, the tourist advised him not to go into the water because they had seen a huge fin pop out. Was it a shark? Little did Julian know, he was in for the experience of a lifetime. The tourists held their breath as they watched Julian jump in. They were afraid that it might be a shark tangled in some fisherman's line, ready to attack Julian. However, Julian didn't listen to what they had to say and went in anyway. In an interview with the media, Julian explained that no matter how dangerous the animal he encountered, he would still try to help it out. Thankfully, the animal was not a killer shark. However, it was a huge orca that could have killed him with a flip of its tail. Orcas are widely regarded as the most dangerous marine mammals. They can weigh up to 6 tons, grow up to 23 feet long, and are one of the ocean's most ferocious predators. Even though they're not as threatening to humans as sharks, you should still steer clear of them. However, Julian realized that something was wrong with the creature, so he stepped in. The poor creature appeared to be stuck, which is why it stayed in one place. Julian saw fishing lines wrapped around it and called one of his fisherman friends to help him out. Here's how the orca got stuck. You will not believe what happened next. As risky as this mission was, Julian knew that he needed to untangle the orca if he wanted the poor animal to survive. The orca was close to the boat, but they had to get even closer to help her. She got scared and tried to intimidate her rescuers. The tourist had never seen anything like this before. The orca became frightened as the boat approached and started blowing water, as if trying to scare Julian away. Luckily, Julian did not back down and decided to start untangling the fishing line that held the orca in place. He had no idea how the creature would react. Julian noticed that the orca was becoming more scared, and he wanted to calm it down. We all know how to calm a dog or a cat, but with an orca, what do you do to make her feel safe? Julian had to try something, so he decided to approach its fin and start petting it. As risky as this move was, it worked. The orca stopped moving around and allowed Julian and his friends to help her out. As he cut through the fishing lines, Julian realized that he had to do something far more dangerous. The tourists were left awestruck when, at one moment, Julian disappeared underwater, and everyone got scared. The tourist who was filming this incredible moment thought that Julian had been hit by the orca. Fortunately, that was not the case. What was Julian doing underwater? Julian took a big breath of air and dipped under the orca to start cutting the fishing line. This shows us just how brave the hero of our story is, because not everyone would have had the courage to do that. What the orca did after she was set free is unbelievable. Whale Stranding Indonesia posted this video on their Facebook page, explaining that this orca was entangled in fishing lines. The fishers chose to rip their fishing net, losing the 2 tons of fish they had caught earlier, to rescue the orca. The post read, "Thanks to Julian's gut and courage, the magnificent creature was free once again." But moments later, the diver noticed something strange. It turns out there were further problems yet to be solved. The orca was free from the fishing line but still did not move. That's when Julian pulled out a huge stick to push it away from the boat. The orca didn't realize it was finally free and didn't even try to move away. Did the stick trick work? It seemed it did. The orca understood it was free and slowly began to move its tail, swimming away from the boat as everyone on board cheered. Julian's mission was a success, and the tourists were amazed by the unexpected encounter, feeling they got more than their money's worth. Freeing the tangled orca was a challenging task, but Julian's bravery and love for wildlife shone through. The orca swam away, and Julian didn't need any thanks. He knew in his heart that the orca would live because of his actions. The story went viral, with people worldwide praising Julian's courage. Despite the danger, Julian has no regrets. He hopes the story will show that orcas, often misunderstood as killer whales, are actually sensitive and emotional creatures, more like humans than we might think. Locals even believe that orcas bring good luck, which explains why Julian was so determined to save the creature. In interviews, both Julian and the fisherman shared that orcas are deeply respected in their culture. As the fishing boat owner Anza Rahman said, "If someone kills a strange animal in the sea, he and his family will live in bad luck. This is our ancestors' message." One thing we've learned from this story is that Julian is undoubtedly an experienced diver, and anyone who boards a boat with him should be prepared for an adventure.